Okay, here is a review of Chapter 1 for our test on Thursday, October 2nd. Let's begin. The city zoo has 114 amphibians and 243 insects in displays for people to observe. How many amphibians and insects are in displays at the city zoo? So we have to think about what we're being asked to do. Who can tell me what information the word problem gives us? Isabella. Okay, what are those numbers? What are they? Number of insects and number of amphibians. Okay, and what are we going to do with those two numbers? We have a number of insects, a number of amphibians. We want to know how many amphibians and insects are in displays at the city zoo. What do we do with those two numbers, JoJo?
You add them and you get 357.
Did you just do mental math, JoJo? Good for you. Let's see. 243, 114. Okay, so why is this so easy? What do we not have to do on this problem that makes it easy to do in our head? What do we not have to do? What do we not have to do? Mia? No regrouping. So 3 plus 4 is 7, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is 357. JoJo corrects. Let's look at the next one. A third grade class collected leaves on a nature walk. The table shows how many of each type of leaf the class collected. Okay, so we have a table. There are maple leaves, oak leaves, and elm leaves. Which is the best estimate of how many more maple leaves than elm leaves were collected? Sorry. So we see those words, how many more, and we know how many more. Try again. How many more? Good. So there's another key word in this question. What is it? Another important thing. Juliana? We said that one. What's another important thing? So what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract two numbers. Brianna? Estimate. Which is the best estimate of how many more maple leaves than elm leaves? So we're looking at maple and elm only. Okay, and we're finding the best estimate. So to find the best estimate, we need to round these numbers, and then we can subtract. Look at the answer choices and tell me if you think we are rounding to the nearest 10 or the nearest 100. Christian, nearest 100. How do you know that?
Because all the choices have end with 0, 0.
Great. So we're going to round 216 and 109. What is 216 rounded to the nearest 100? Kyle? 200. And 109 to the nearest 100 is, Joe?
110.
To the nearest 100? 100. 200 minus 100. Do mental math and raise your hand when you have an answer. Or a difference, I should say. Christina?
100.
Right. Next question. Carly writes a number sentence that shows the commutative property of addition. Which could be Carly's number sentence? Let's review what the commutative property of addition says. It says the order of the addends doesn't change the sum. The order of the addends doesn't change the sum. So which of these choices shows the commutative property in which the order of the addends, the numbers we're adding together, is not going to change the sum? So that means the two amounts are going to be equal. Brianna? C is correct. The beach shop orders 325 beach balls for the season. The first month, the shop sells 168 beach balls. How many beach balls does the beach shop have left to sell? So let's take a look at what we know. We are starting the season with 325 beach balls. 168 beach balls were sold in the first month. How many beach balls does the shop have left? Who can tell me what operation we're going to use? The word left should give you a clue. Mia B? Subtraction, excellent. Remember, when we are subtracting two numbers, we have to put the larger number on top. Okay, let's look at the ones column and begin to subtract. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? Joanna? Joanna? More on the floor. So let's try that again, boys and girls. There's more on the floor. Right. So let's cross out the 2. If there are 2 tens and we take away 1 10, how many tens are left, Juliana?
1.
Right? And if we add that 10 as 10 ones, then how many are in the ones column? Mia B? Yep. Now we can subtract 15 minus 8. Christian? 7. Okay, now we move to the tens column. 1 minus 6. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? So right, so we're going to take from the hundreds column now. There are 3 hundreds. We're going to break 100 into 10 tens. If I add 10 tens to the 1 10 that's there, how many tens are going to be here? There's 1 there. I'm adding 10 tens. Christina? There's 1 10 there. I'm adding 10 more. How many do I have? Nope. There's 1 there. I know you can't see it. See if I can move it. See that? See the 1? Okay, so now it's going to become what? 11. 11 minus 6. Abby? 5. And then we can go to the hundreds. We have 2 minus 1 is 1. So our answer is 157. Is that a choice? It's choice B. What should we do when after subtracting? We should always do what to check our answer? Annabelle? Check with addition. So we take the answer. We add it to the middle number. And we should get the top number. So let's see. 7 plus 8 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. That's a doubles fact. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 325. So we are correct. At dance class, the teacher divided the students into 2 groups. Each group had 7 students. How many students are in the dance class in all? We have key words in this word problem. The key words are, Gianna? No. Not divide. No. Annabelle? Okay, that's not keywords. Keywords tell us what operation to use. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So what words in this word problem tell us which operation to use? John? No. Someone already said that. Juliana? In all. In all tells us to do what operation, Juliana? Right, addition. So we're going to use the bar model to help us solve this one because it's set up for that. You will not have to do this on your test. It's only a strategy that you can use if you want to use it. So if there are 2 groups, 1, 2, there are 7 in each group. And Juliana already told us we're going to add these 2 numbers together. So 7 plus 7, who can tell me what the square represents or the number of students in the class? Isabella?
14.
Right, that's a doubles fact. That should have been easy. Salim has 5 boxes of paint jars. Each box has the same number of paint jars. His teacher gives him 6 more paint jars. Now he has 41 paint jars. How many jars were in each box? This is a multiplication problem. We're going to skip it because it doesn't belong there. So is this. Sorry about that. Okay, our Rent-A-Raft store rented 213 rafts in June and 455 rafts in July. How many rafts did the Rent-A-Raft store rent in June and July all together? There's a keyword in there that tells us which operation to use. What is it? Kyle? No, not how many. Joanna? All together tells us to do what operation, Joanna? Addition, correct. So we're going to add the 213 rafts from June and the 455 rafts in July together. 668 rafts, choice B. On Friday, 209 people attended a show. What is 209 rounded to the nearest 10? Let's review our rounding fairy tale. The number is 209, and we are rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, remember in our rounding fairy tale, Cinderella is the number we are rounding to. Who can tell me the digit that is in the tens place in this number? Joe. What digit is in the tens place in this number? 0 is in the tens place. Remember, hundreds, tens, ones. Okay? In our rounding fairy tale, the fairy godmother comes along to see if she can send Cinderella to the ball, dress her up out of her rags, and send her to the ball. Okay? That's the number to the right of Cinderella. We have to look inside that ring of fairy dust and we have to see how much power the fairy godmother has. If she has a power level of 5 or more, she has enough power to send Cinderella to the ball, dress her up in a brand new outfit, and send her over to the ball. If she has 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, then she does not have enough power, and Cinderella stays dressed in her regular old clothes, and no ball for her, and then fairy godmother goes poof. So let's take a look and see. In the ring of fairy dust in this number, fairy godmother has a 9. Is that enough to dress Cinderella up and send her to the ball? Richie?
Yes.
Yes. So we can dress her up. So the hundreds place stays the same. Cinderella dresses up to a 1, and fairy godmother goes poof. Nice job.